Would you like to support Cubs Out Loud? One way is to join us over on Patreon. For as little as $1 a month, patrons get early access to our shows, the pre and post show, and various other rewards. You can learn more at patreon.com/CubsOutLoud. Thanks to all our patrons for their support in making this pod. In this episode of Cubs Out Loud, it's our What's Going On for the month of July. With summer heating up, the Cubs sweat into their routines. As the months burn fast, listen in as the guys tell all. Where did the month go? Find out as COL749 starts now. It's Sunday, August 4th, 2024. I'm Jeff.
Who's your bear? That's right. I am your bear.
I'm Damon.
I don't brew the tea, I just serve it.
And that makes me Gary.
Everyone else is thinking it, and I just say it.
Welcome to Cubs Out Loud, the very podcast of indeterminate length, episode number 749. And guess what, folks? It's that time of the month. Just getting right to it. I'm settled in, so guess what that means?
You're bored?
I'm playing computer games and occasionally making stuff. I did get like 4 new shirts for work and a couple of new pants and such at Kohl's and work. And hopefully I have vacation in 2 weeks. Yeah. That's my week or month.
How's that kettle working for you?
It was working great. I made some tea yesterday.
Yay. Good.
It's with the oatmeal too. Like me, my apple cinnamon.
Because nothing says podcast co-hosts as faggots who send you color-coordinated appliances for your kitchen.
This is fact. Thank you.
Just saying. Almost as if on cue.
I got a new shirt.
Yeah.
You did. You don't say.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from, but all of a sudden I had this package in front of my door, and I opened it up, and I got a new shirt. Not sure where it was ordered from.
We'll talk about that at the end of the show.
Oh, okay.
Damon? I'm being like, I'm settled in. Okay, I got some DVDs. I started unpacking, then I was like, I don't feel like doing this, so I stopped.
Nice.
I'm in no rush. I don't feel any rush to do anything to
Fair.
finish setting up things. So
Got it. Mm-hmm.
here I am. Damon?
Cool. So middle of the month of July, I went to Detroit to be part of Onyx Great Lakes annual Kink Museum event. It is our annual event. It's our biggest event. It's always a lot of fun. And I got a chance to, again, participate in providing some kinky demos. I did some vlogging. And I had a really good time. I enjoyed it. I went up with one of the new associates who we also recognized all of the new associates for this year as the associate liaison. That's what I do. And had a good conversation with him and had a good conversation overall over the weekend and had a really great event in Detroit. and then came back for the week, and then a plan that has been going for several months now finally happened. This past week, um, we have been doing some remodeling um, in our upstairs bathroom. So, long story short is, I may have mentioned this years ago. We found that our upstairs shower was leaking. So we stopped using it. And since then have pretty much been using our downstairs shower. Um, so it was the only like tub in the house that we could use. We went to a home and garden show in March and found a company that um, the guy in particular said that they do everything. So yes, they'll put in the new shower like installation, but they would also fix the flooring and maybe um, update fixtures and paint and all of those things. So that's who we hired to do this job. And they came last Monday, and over the week they stripped out the old shower, stripped off all the flooring, removed the underflooring that was damaged, which was quite a bit, replaced it, added a lot more, and then installed the shower, installed the new flooring, painted the walls, also installed a new exhaust fan and toilet. So um, we actually left for World Bear, which I will talk about next month because it technically fell in August. Um, and they were able to come into the house on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to finish the rest of the work. So we now have a new bathroom upstairs, and once we're done with this show, we will be putting everything back because officially, I believe we can use it starting tomorrow. Because you have to wait a little bit before, so that like the caulk and stuff is sealed and all that. So yeah, yeah, yeah. So long time coming. So glad it happened. It looks amazing. I have pictures. It's great.
After edging for so many years,
Right?
it finally came.
Not even that. Not even that. Let's not say that. Literally, we just didn't do anything. We just kept like putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. We weren't edging. We were ignoring it. We were blue balling ourselves in a ways. You want to call it anything.
If we're gonna make an innuendo, let's make the right one.
How much anticipation is there for you and Jim to use it?
Jim wanted to use it tonight. It's just like, no, I'm pretty sure it's fine, but he did say like 24 to 48 hours when they had done everything. So I want to they finished Saturday, give them today, and then tomorrow. We should be fine in the morning tomorrow, in my mind. They finished, I think what they did on Saturday was just do the final painting. They were installing the flooring on Thursday, I think. Have to look at the pictures.
I guess if it were me, I'd be like 24, 48 hours. Oh, girl, I can handle 72. Like, I've waited this long. I could throw an extra 24 on it just for good measure to buy me, more confidence that everything will be okay.
You can hold on to that anticipation.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, they hadn't done everything on first. I'm looking at the pictures from Thursday. So they must have finished on everything on Friday. So it probably was done Friday. So it will be about 72 hours. because they left late on Friday. One of the benefits of having a Ring camera, y'all, and an alarm system that literally tells you when people are leaving your place. So,
Speaking of Ring cameras, my neighbor got one. As a
aha.
sidebar, I had a conversation with them about those type of cameras, especially if they record, pick up a lot of things. And it's a double-edged sword. And the reason I say that is because like we're in townhouses side by side. So our two front entrances are literally right next to each other. So if someone comes to my place to drop off a package or whatever, like that next door device will probably pick them up.
Mhm.
And the reason I bring that up is because I learned about this at work. If you go to someone's home for my field of like work, what I do, and you do what we call a field visit, and you want to have a private conversation, and the individual who lives there, resides there, says no, they don't want to come outside and they don't want to go inside their home, then you have to be aware of the fact that there may be devices that are recording, and other people will learn things that you don't necessarily want them to know.
Mm.
So I only mention that as just like as a technology like tidbit to be aware that
Mhm.
like your neighbors may see and hear things that you don't necessarily know about.
And ours is it's not an actual Ring; it's a different company,
Mhm.
but it's through our security system. They create. I don't know if they created this model, but it's your security system. I do know because it's a house. We don't have to worry too much about the neighbors per se, because the way that the motion sensor is set up, it's set up to like halfway up our walkway to the porch, and obviously the porch itself. So when it's on, you can potentially see um, in the background the house across the street, but barely.
Right.
So, and over to the right too, the house to the right as well. But anyway,
So for anybody who knows where Damon and Jim live, just be aware that if you decide to get all freaky on their porch, they're gonna see it.
yeah, we will at least 20 seconds. And if you keep moving, it'll keep clicking it on. So if you're a quick person and can get it done in like 20 seconds, then kudos to you. But
Hate those porn
and
videos.
yes, it does have night vision.
There's a part of me that wants to send some people over to your porch so badly just to like mess with y'all and be like, see, I shouldn't have admitted it because now that I have, I know I'll be the first one to get a message and be like,
Who
what'd
the
you
fuck
do?
is in here?
And I'll be like, I didn't do nothing. You be like, don't be lying to me. Don't be lying to me. I got video proof. I got people fucking on my porch.
Mhm.
Just saying.
Yeah. Gary, how about you? What's been going on with you?
Where did the time go?
I have no idea.
It's already fucking August. It was just July 4th. Just July 4th. And then I look at the calendar and I go, well, it has been 4 whole
You were
weeks since
just in
then.
Cincinnati.
Right. Multiple times, actually, as it turned out. But yeah, no, it was just a busy month, which was weird because I didn't necessarily feel like I had a lot going on, but I did. And then this month is also probably going to fly by. In another week, I have to travel, sort of work related. Yeah. So before we know it, it'll be Labor Day. I don't know. Like it kind of went really, really fast. Work's been busy. I don't know what else there is to say. It got hot, then it got cool, it got warm again.
I've been
Mm.
loving this summer.
Because it's very different than what you're used to.
This is more than like what I'm used to. After over a decade, I finally get into a place where
Season.
it has seasons and and more rain and just this is the type of place I like to live.
Mhm.
Ah, thank God my company paid for my move.
Yes, I would say that was probably one of the best things that came out of that.
Yeah. And it just happens that I'm so much nearer to Demon. Sorry.
Hmm?
Nothing. Moving on. Yeah, the thing I do. It's time for this. Gary, what's been going on over in the Facebooks?
We got a new like from Jamie Bletcher. So we want to thank them for liking us on Facebook.
Yay!
And over on Twitter, Janice Moo 36552. It seems zip code-ish. Is now following us. Thank you for following us. Yay!
Ah!
This is a reference. Giannis is a cutie. Just saying.
Oh.
Since I was the one that like saw the profile.
Uh,
Also ended up blocking like a ridiculous number of people that suddenly followed us that were all bots. But anyways.
Yes. So, hi everyone. So I have a Safe for Work account. It's funny, with my Safe for Work account, I am literally hit every day with female bot accounts.
Yep.
Like constantly.
I get it.
And I'm just like,
Yeah, I
hi,
get that too.
what? Whereas my account that has like, 1,000 plus followers, none.
Right. Agreed.
You're furry cute.
Told you.
Follow. Anyways.
We have some of the cutest followers out there.
Woo!
Speaking of followers, how about the paid ones over on Patreon?
Nice segue. We would like to thank the following individuals for being patrons on our Patreon. At the Cubster level, we have Charles W. and Michael K. At the Uber level, we have Dave T., Lee, and Michael Q. And our buddies Lloyd G. and Michael V.
Yay.
All of them are proud patrons. I forgot to put it on the doc, but I will recognize back on August 1st, even though it's a month for the July. It just happened a couple days ago. Daniel C. Joined us in 2022. So, we had that back then. And then let me go back even further because I think there's somebody else I'm forgetting for the month of July. Oh, yeah, it's back on July 19th. JR had previously joined us and is a good friend of mine. And then on July 10th, Dave T. joined us in 2018. So 6 years.
Wow. I didn't realize we've been doing that this long.
Yeah. So that being said, patrons, pay attention, please, for a brief moment. If I can have your ears and or eyes. You received a message earlier today through the Patreon platform, but I'm going to do it via the podcast as well, just in case you didn't get the notification. We need you to make sure that your addresses are accurate because they're going to start sending you gifts, some reward things. And if you hadn't like already seen or heard, we have some new stuff that you may be interested in, which is going to be related to that. So we're pretty excited about it. And I haven't even told my co-host yet. I ordered us something new that we haven't had before.
Oh.
That I need to talk to Jeff about later to put on the store.
Ta-da! Surprise!
Surprise!
Yeah. But we have new things going on, so we're excited about that. But we want to definitely, thank our patrons for being supportive of us. It helps keeps the lights on, as we like to say, pays for the stuff that we do, new equipment if we need it, things of that nature.
Thank you, patrons.
We appreciate you very, very much.
Yes, we do.
This last month in July, we had 4 shows. Garrett?
We did.
We-
740, 745 was the what's going on for the month of June. And then we had Cubs's Tony come back to visit, and we all took a test and learned some things about each other. We discussed as a Let's Talk About Kink series episode, the BDSM test, which I found very intriguing.
Mhm.
Some of y'all have done it before. I had not. So it was the first time for me. And we talked about at the end of it about potentially doing a different one as a comparison. For those that don't know, it's an online test, asks you a series of questions, and it basically ends up ranking you in terms of like your kink focuses or interests or roles. It's not etched in stone necessarily, and as we found out, things can change over time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to check that out. 747, 748 were State Fairs 2024 Parts 1 and 2. And we went back to Wisconsin and visited that lovely state, went over a whole bunch of foods. Probably made us very hungry. I was nice to my co-hosts. I didn't pick the gross stuff.
Oh, that would have been fun.
There was a couple of things. Just saying.
Yes, I remember you talking about them post-show, I believe.
Yeah. They were not necessarily that good. But I was like, what's the point in talking about the gross stuff? Let's talk about the stuff we actually would have put inside our holes, right? So, there's that.
Damon might say otherwise. Anyways, moving on. It is time. I couldn't find anything, but these other 2 chuckleheads will be able to provide you with a little. All right, enough of that. Damon, what did you find over on the X's?
So you got a couple. The first one is titled "Give It a Kiss." It's from Chonk_Monster, and it is a very pleasant bubble butt. Yeah.
That is not what I was expecting. When you said what the caption was, I had a whole different thing in my mind.
Oh, was it on the front side?
Yes.
Yeah. But
Give it a
very
nice,
nice butt.
deep, wet kiss.
Yeah. Nice butt. Cutie pie. Yeah. Chonk_Monster, where are you? You're out of Virginia. Oh, you're out of Virginia. You're not that far away. Look at you. Anyway, that being said, that's my first one. Second one is I called Bear Soup. It's from King Henny the Eighth, or King Henny the Eight, actually. And he's in a hot tub jacuzzi kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just very sexy.
Yeah, he's one of those baby-faced
Mm-hmm.
bear cubs who looks older.
Yep.
So it's a
probably
little. Yeah.
No,
like-
he's 33.
yeah.
Look at that.
So like he looks a little older, but he also has like a nice full face and a nice beard. So you're like, well, like are you daddy? Are you cub? Are you daddy cub? Like,
Yes.
but if you don't really care because you just
Yeah.
want to oogle him, that's also a thing.
He's what's
he is-
called handsome.
Yes, he's quite adorable. I'm loving I'm loving the bear face that he's got. And his body is very nice. Nice to see him.
He has this
He has a
pin
link
on
tree,
his
which
Twitter.
I'm assuming. Oh, he has a donate button. He has a Twitch. He actually does not have uh OnlyFans. Didn't know. Just random aside. That was mine. Gary.
I have two. The first one is probably going to be a surprise to the two of you. I called it Peter from Deadpool and Wolverine. If you've not seen the movie yet, this will not quite make sense.
No.
So this is an artist drawing. It's from Embarrassing Art, EMBEAR, ASSING, ART. And it says Peter from Deadpool and Wolverine, the real hero of the film, alt version on where, meaning like I think they have a Patreon where you get to see the full deal. So if you see this film, this image will make sense. I still cannot believe that this was in the movie. Like,
Oh, God.
yes, this is an R-rated movie, but let me tell you, there were some moments that I was not ready for, and this was kind of one of them. All I'm going to say is there's a comment or a thing, and then there's a callback, and this is kind of the callback. And like, I didn't know who Rob Delaney was before this movie. I mean, I heard of his name, but I wasn't really following him or anything. But wow, just wow. Like, yeah. There are little boys out there who have had a opportunity of hormonal growth, probably because of Peter.
Wow.
And it doesn't get better towards the end of the film. That's all I'm going to say. Like, there's a wild thing that happens. It's just, it's something else. Something else. God bless Ryan Reynolds' perverted mind. And Disney for never like checking them on anything. Like, holy cats.
I mean, did no, my question would be does the movie actually start with the Disney logo, or do they just show Marvel? Like, how much did Disney connect themselves to this movie?
Oh, that's a really good question, Jeff. Because
I have a feeling they might have just left that part out. Showed Marvel, because it's a Marvel movie.
Yes, they definitely showed the Marvel Studios logo.
But not necessarily put Disney in it.
No, I don't think they did. I don't think they put the castle or the whole opening montage, any of that. No. I don't think they did. That's a good call. But it's R-rated, so that might be how Disney's handling this.
Yeah,
they're like,
which
we
is
recognize that we have adult fans.
Yeah.
However, we will not be tarnishing the brand with the swoop and the star and the castle and the Tinkerbell. That will not be happening.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, I'm not sure if they ever had Disney in front of any of the other Marvel movies anyways, but
recall, but I could be wrong.
Right. So anyways, that's a good question.
Was it Kevin Feige?
Now,
is that who's running the Marvel stuff?
Yes.
He made some good decisions by being like, okay, we got the X-Men and Fantastic Four back. Ryan Reynolds, you and your Deadpool are coming with us. We need to figure out how to handle this and get it past all of the Disney execs and being like, look, we're not putting Disney in front of the title at all. And it's been saying Marvel the entire time. All is over there. So we just continue doing that. And maybe people will not think so much that Disney owns Marvel.
Right.
Most likely that when it does come out on the streaming, it may only be over on Hulu. And maybe not on Disney Plus.
Interesting.
My personal theory, could be wrong.
Well, they could put it on Disney Plus. It's just in the adult section.
Mm.
Like they have content you have to like that's age restricted. You have to have a pin and a sign in for. Um, so yeah. In conjunction, sort of related, speaking of Marvel, I have a second pick and it says Feeling Mischievous. And this is at Yin Yang Cubs 83. He says, was feeling mischievous today, so who's kneeling before me? And he's wearing a Loki crown.
Mm-hmm.
And I think an Apple Watch and nothing else. So yeah.
If you want to see more, he doesn't have an OnlyFans this far, like I say. So I think he's one of those people who, besides some of his retweets, doesn't show the goods.
Yes, he does.
He shows very close to the goods. Does he?
No, yeah.
David's like, well, on my end, I'm seeing all of it.
I'm seeing a lot of penis.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of penis on his thing, but I'm not finding one of his penis.
You have to go to the media. Don't look at posts. Go to media. Media is the stuff that they actually posted themselves, as far as like images and movies and stuff.
There's a butt picture. Yeah, you got it all up there. Look at you.
Oh, there it is. Which makes me think of why is he covering himself up in that picture? If he's going to show it in other places.
Well, I mean, I think I like people that have some modesty, you know, and they're not always just like ta-da, you know, putting it right out there.
Boom, penis.
Yet he has a lot of his penis.
Well, after a certain point, when you go back through time, yes, for sure. But anyways, so there's that. Those are my two picks.
Very nice. Moving on to the links. I wonder what Gary's picking.
So listen, if you haven't heard, this little movie came out called Deadpool and Wolverine. All I want to say is, for an R-rated film, and the distributor is Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. For 2024, it is the second highest domestic box office. It is also the second highest domestic box office worldwide as of this recording. Domestic 395 billion? Is that right? No. 395 million, sorry. 824 million. Sorry. I can't do math. It's hard. It's a big damn deal. It's made a hell of a lot of money. The number one movie is Inside Out 2.
Okay.
Pixar. So
Disney's making a shit ton of money this month. Or last month.
Yeah, so give it time, is what I have to say. I think domestically it might take over Inside Out 2. I don't know about worldwide, but it's like at halfway the point. It's one of the biggest grossing films of the year. Which means there's a lot of people out there who are highly invested in seeing this. It is not a perfect film. It does have some like kind of like little moments, especially if you're a comic book fan or really into like the characters and stuff, that you might raise some questions about. But I also have seen a fair amount of people say like they were blown away by the cameos, although it was really weird that after the movie release, they did this one cameo like thing and they brought out all the cameo people, including the big surprise. And people were shaking their heads like, why would you do that? Like, you tried so hard to like not have spoilers and then you kind of spoil it yourself. And for those that don't know, the movie came out right before Comic-Con. San Diego on SDCC. So yeah, there was a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah. I will admit I went and saw it twice.
Wow.
That's fair.
Yeah, which is not something I do often, but the second time I saw it was the first time I was going to see it, and then FOMO got me, and I went out and saw it on Thursday night before the Friday release because I couldn't wait to get through the weekend to see it because I figured everyone was going to spoil it.
Wow.
So I just went ahead and saw it on Thursday night. And I'm glad I did. And then I went back on Sunday morning to see it. And it gave me the opportunity to like pay attention to other things. Because there's a
Understood.
lot that happens in the movie. And I got to look at Peter again. Jesus.
I'm gonna have to actually use my Disney Plus account to actually take a look at it once it comes out. Wait 3 months.
Yeah, there's a like I will say this, in the opening scene title sequence, there are some visual things that they do that I was not ready for. Up to and including there's some things they do with computer graphics that I like. I saw it the first time, I paid attention and watched it the second time, and I was like, I can't believe they got that cleared. Because it is so sly and suggestive. I was like, wow, they really swung hard to like to earn that R rating.
Welcome to a Deadpool movie.
And not to mention the amount of F-bombs in this film. Holy cow. Like, yeah, it is not meant for kids. I found out that someone I work with, they took their spouse took their 2 teenagers, one of whom was 14. I mentioned to them after the fact, I was like, I said, so your kids? And they're like, yeah, the spouse already took them on opening night. And I was like, oh, well, and they saw my face and they're like, well, I think they'll be okay. And I was like, well, it's already too late. I said, if they have questions, you'll now have to field them. I said, but maybe a bunch of things went over their head and they didn't really get some stuff.
Oh, Lord.
Because I was like, ooh, I think 16, 17-year-olds, you're kind of like, it's a little dicey. I'm just saying.
That can make sense. Yeah.
Just saying.
But their parents are there, so.
I understand that. But at the same time, I feel like.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Here's
Maybe
how
that
to
shouldn't have been a
introduce
thing.
sex to your kids.
Well, let me say this. Did either of you see the trailer, the very first trailer, I think?
Oh, God, I feel like it's been so long.
Where Deadpool references pegging.
Yeah. I remember that now.
That scene keeps going. So, like, they cut and edit that. And when you see the film, it keeps going for there's a beat, there's another thing, and Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool, and I'm just like, oh wow, okay. Like it's such a wild ride. It is such a fucking wild ride. I'm just like, wow.
I am kind of shocked that Damon would be surprised by any of this. This is like,
it's not that
that's in a
surprised.
Deadpool movie.
I guess I'm just a little surprised at how long it's been. But that's just me. Anyway, that being said.
So anyways, if you're an adult, I suggest you check it out if you're interested. You may also want to bring a perverted friend to help explain some things to you.
Wow.
Yeah, here's my thought when it comes to Deadpool movies after seeing the first one. Not just the second one, but the first one. Anything can happen. I'm not going to be surprised about anything. Just it's going to be nothing that you would have expected, and I'll be like, yep, that happened. That's me. Anyways, I'm not surprised that Deadpool and Wolverine, because 2 of the most popular Marvel movie characters heck, at least one of the most popular comic book characters. I mean, nowadays, Deadpool is probably now, people are probably looking at more Deadpool comics. Which is great,
Fair.
because he's always been just a great comic book character. In any case, that's the end of the show. Glad to have you with us. Play ways to contact us. Pop over to our website, comesoutloud.com. Shoot us an email at comesoutloud@gmail.com. Leave us a voicemail, 361-COL Talk. That's 361-265-8255. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Comes Out Loud in the appropriate place in the URL. And join our entourage chat at bit.ly/telegram-COL. You can find out when we're planning on recording these shows by checking out our Google Calendar at bit.ly/calendar-COL. We are trying to also pre-schedule them, so you'll see a little post saying we'll be live at this time on occasion. Sometimes we don't know what exactly is happening, so we can't really post anything until like the last minute, so just subscribe.
Please be patient.
Yeah.
Plan on Sunday evenings Eastern in the U.S.
In the meantime,
Like, comment, and subscribe.
In the meantime, the big news, live on the store, we have brand spanking new merch. Well, shirts. I haven't put it on anything else. But hey, if you want it on something else, let me know. So, you know what? What Gary and Damon are currently wearing might actually be really good on a mug.
I would say house goods. Lots of different house goods.
What I'm wearing, not so much. Also, we might need to do some mild change to the one I'm wearing after looking at a few things. But in any case, we've got the Whatever the Blank Says series, say these days. After a comment I randomly threw out.
It's called these days.
What is your Siri doing?
Created a note saying these days. In any case, and we've got Cubs, Bears, Queens, boys, 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 all sorts of different says, people saying things.
Daddies,
and we also have
tops.
Well, we don't have tops. We only have daddies.
What? We didn't do that one?
No.
Oh.
Look at your document.
Well, now I'm disappointed.
Maybe.
I feel like we should do tops, bottoms, and sides.
Look, you're just gonna have to add that to the list. We'll just be growing. If you have any suggestions for anything, please let us know via many of the contact things. We also have our specialist series currently showing of the belly rubbing specialist, the kissing specialist, and the hugging specialist. Oh, I'm wearing a belly rubbing, although again, because of mild things in regards to how the image worked out, we need to do a slight changes and fix. Like this might actually work better to lower, etc. Keep watching the store. If you want the current version, it's up there. Eventually, I might replace it with the new version, so keep an eye out. I'll probably even mark it B2 just for good measure. Yeah, lots of cool stuff there. Some of these designs, like the specialist series, is actually designed by Smashy. We can find more of his work at tpublic at tpublic.com/user/smashyberry. You can also become a patron at patreon.com/cubsoutloud. We thank all the patrons for their support in making this podcast. You can also send us a donation at paypal.me/cubsoutloud. Please pop over to your podcasting platform of choice and like, comment, subscribe, rate, review. The more people rate us and review us, the more we get up in people's algorithm. You can find me anywhere on the internet as Boxset, Box Puppy, Box Cub, Box Cubby, Box something or other. I'm not as much on the poke-up platforms nowadays just because my libido went down. Damon.
If you wish to get in touch with me, you can find me as Theater Cub79. That's TheaterCub79 on most related sites are on Facebook. You can find me as Pup_Umber on Twitter or Pup_Umber79 on Blue Sky. Those are not safe for work. For the safe for work stuff, you can go to DMA Gamer79 on TikTok or Twitter. Gary?
If you'd like to get in touch with me, you can pretty much find me anywhere online as GareBear73.
And with that, say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Have a good one, y'all.
Bye.